Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to the U.S. Open Straight Pool Championships for 2019, presented by CueSports International, being held at Griff's Billiards in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is George Chad, joined in the booth by
Ben Sutherland.
Hello, Benny Breaks.
How are you, George?
Hello, viewers.
Thank you, everybody. Sorry.
Let's go, go.
Already stepping on your toes. Just wanted to thank everyone for tuning in. We've got a great match here. A young gun, the Torpedo Billy Thorpe versus Max Eberle.
22-year-old against the 46-year-old.
Yep.
Does age make a difference? We're going to find out. An experienced straight pool player against an experienced, I don't know how much straight pool Billy plays.
We're going to find out.
But he's a bang pool champion.
Straight pool and 9-ball are Max's two favorite and best games.
Billy's going with a standard break. 2 rails to the corner pocket. He's not going to lay the cue ball on the rail, but it's going to come awful close.
Pretty good shot
and
there.
The 14 and the 12 double up. How sweet. But I think Max has seen this before. And let's see what his return is here. Return of serve. Ladies and gentlemen, we're sponsored by Cyclop, JB Cases, Simonis Cloth, Predator, Discount Custom Apparel, Kamui.
And that beautiful blue Simonis cloth.
What kind of table are we playing on here?
I believe these are diamond 9-footers, sir.
And pocket size?
4 and a
half.
Excuse me, I almost said 4 1/4. Yeah, I think it is 4 1/2. Yep.
They're standard.
This table used to be 4 1/4.
They moved them.
Yep, right before the WPA event, I believe.
Yeah, these are all the tables for the tournament are all the same size pockets. They were all newly refelted, and they are playing flawless. They're just playing so.
Yeah, this table we've had the pleasure of seeing quite frequently. We haven't seen the whole rest of the room, but there haven't been any complaints that we've heard of, and from what we've seen on stream, it has. You hit it on the head. The tables are playing great.
Yeah. So, and the players are pretty happy playing at Griff's Billiards here in Las Vegas.
We saw Billy got.
What a nice shot. What a nice shot. Good speed. Ideally, leave it on the rail, but the fact that he didn't, it's just going to make it a little bit easier to build for Billy, but there's no easy thing here. Is he going to go off that 4, come straight back up? Or is he going to, wow, he's going to go to the outside.
Going off the back of the 11.
Can you see that? Can you hit that thin and not scratch?
Nope.
That was my question. Apparently not. I like going off the 4.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit higher percentage. For less error.
Because it's going to hit the deuce. It might, push that 11, that 13 ball out, which is maybe why he didn't shoot it. But, sometimes you just think you can hit it so thin, you can just feather it. He was almost just better off pushing it against the rail, the head rail, and saying, you shoot from here and take it a scratch.
Billy's at -1 right now?
Yes, he is.
Where did Max go?
Where did Max go?
Oh, there he is.
He's by the table looking around. He's trying to figure out what he wants to do with the cue ball in his hand. But he's going to stay behind that line that's drawn in the upper part of the table there. The head string.
Yep.
Took me a second to think of it.
I would expect a decent run or two out of Max, out of both of them. But we'll see.
Folks, I just had something handed to me here in the booth. For those of you that love straight pool, apparently John Schmidt his attempt to break Willie Mosconi's record. He is currently at 620 balls and still shooting.
Wow. Wow. So he's beating the record.
Yes, he's by 100 balls if he's still shooting.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Congratulations.
Johnny Schmidt.
Congratulations, awesome, Smitty. Oh, wow.
Wow.
That is incredible. He's been working so hard.
That gave me goosebumps.
Yeah, me too. Right here, right now.
Meanwhile, Max has pocketed his first ball. He's got his second ball, and he's using the rake. 620 balls so far.
Wow.
Somebody's going to be in ecstasy after today. Absolutely. He's been after this for a while.
Wonder where he did this. This is awesome. Running.
Unfortunately, it's not here at Griff's.
Yeah, running 500 or 600 balls on any table is any size table, any size pockets is a heck of an accomplishment. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Willie did it on an 8-foot table with 5.5-inch corner pockets. And I believe John is doing it or attempting it on 9-foot tables with slightly tighter pockets. So I'm not sure how those variables come into play, but I feel like a 9-foot table with slightly tighter pockets would be a little bit tougher than an 8-foot table with wider pockets. And if I'm wrong, please feel free to correct me, folks.
No, in fact,
shoot me a message.
I'm going to reinforce what you said. You know, back when I was playing a lot of pool, and you know, you're playing on big pocketed tables, being in a tournament playing 9-ball, 5-pack, 6-pack, 7-packs of 7-pack racks and stuff were easy to run. I mean, it happened all the time. And now I've done commentary for U.S. Opens, and I haven't seen that many 5-packs and 6-packs and 7-packs.
No, yeah, you're right.
And why? Size of the table, size of the pockets. They've been cut back. We're looking at 4.5-inch pockets as a standard now, instead of open tables. Before, you know, you get Gandy, you get Brunswick, you get different tables. They're 5 and 6 inch, 5.5 pockets. They're huge. Meanwhile, Billy's.
Max with a slightly uncharacteristic miss on that 14.
So you got 4 and Billy took over?
Brings Billy back in, that's correct.
Okay. Keep in mind, Billy is -1 to begin with, since he did scratch. And here comes the run and gun style of play. Hello, side pocket.
So if nothing gets moved, I think at this point the 10 would be the logical break shot.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's funny, but I was just looking at the table and I was watching Billy shoot there. And I thought to myself, I wonder what the conversation between Shane and Billy was today. Okay, this is Billy talking. So you're telling me all I have to do is make balls and then leave one and break up the stack and make more balls? Okay, I'll do it.
Check. This game's easy.
Okay. When do I get to bank them?
Yeah, right. Well, if he starts banking, that'd be awesome.
Ten ball's a good break shot. Break ball. See, I like 6, stop, 5, stop, or 7, 5, slide for the 7, over to the 3.
Use the 9 to get you on the 10.
That's correct.
As much as you don't like shooting into the sides.
Even if I don't like shooting into the sides, it's the right shot. Like I said, I'll use them. I just don't like them.
Yeah.
But I'm going to prepare it to get really good shape on it, so that I don't have to run my cue ball around, as he is. He's probably going to draw this back over by the spot, or follow forward, one or the other. But he'll get to where he's almost straight in on the 9. There you go. And now he'll come over, just draw it just a hair.
Draw it back maybe 8 inches.
To be straight line with a 10. Somewhere in there. That's good.
That's a good shot.
Got an angle for it. So we got a 10-4 rack, but Billy will have 9 balls.
Yeah. You got to pay back the one he owes for that scratch.
That's correct.
Earlier in the rack.
Vince. He has 9. He had a scratch to begin with. Perfect.
I thought I just heard 10-4 come out of one of their mouths over there.
It is 10-4, but he did have that scratch. got to pay your debt.
Yep. Going to see a little bit different style of play this match.
When you hit them hard, that's the shot to do it with. You see how nice that came out for him?
Yeah. Good looking.
That's the ideal break shot and the ideal setup. He played that textbook. I think Shane told him, just here's what you do. Just remember to do this at the end, and you'll be okay. No, I'm just kidding about Shane telling him what to do. I'm sure Billy knows what to do. I just kind of been having fun since Shane and Billy have been so friendly. They had a good time in the matches they played yesterday and the day before in the bank pool, and it carries over.
It's fun kind of seeing the camaraderie building over the years between Shane and Billy and Shane and Skyler.
Camaraderie and respect.
Yep. Shane kind of, I don't know if I should say takes them under his wing, but he certainly is there for them to answer any questions or put his 2 cents in when needed.
His Moscone Cup compatriots?
Yeah. We saw Billy got second in the Banks event the last 3 days. That wrapped up yesterday. Shane took that one down.
Yeah, both heel matches against Shane.
Yeah.
Shane sent him to the one-loss side. And, I'm sorry, Billy sent Shane to the one-loss side. And then Shane returned to favor in the finals in a race to 5.
Did he break and run the last rack of the finals? I saw the score. The ball count was 5-0 in the last rack. Now, I had just seen a still frame shot that someone had taken and posted online. I wasn't here for the last match last night, so I didn't get the opportunity to watch it. But I'm just wondering if he ran 5 that last rack.
You know, now that you ask me, I really don't recall. I don't think he ran the 5.
Okay.
I don't remember. I really don't
know
remember.
He had a really nice bank shot on the 6th ball to the side pocket. It was a bit of a drastic angle on the bank, but he ginned it. I really like the pace that Billy's playing at.
Oh, this is a straight ball. This is running balls. And guess what ball he's going to leave for a break shot?
The 6th ball.
Yeah.
I could see Billy
and his key ball might
falling
be
in
the
love
9
with
ball
this.
straight in the side or the or in the corner. Oh.
I could see Billy falling in love with this game.
If he shoots his 3 ball, he's going to have to bump to 6 a little. So.
Such a straight shooter.
Must be that Predator Revo.
They certainly do help keep the ball on line.
Stop and shoot the 9 in the corner. No, he's going to go for the side. Gave himself a nice angle to do that. This guy shoots so straight. There's a. Let's see, he ran 9 and 14, so it's a 23-ball run. No, it's a 24-ball run because he owed one to begin with. And the score is now 23-4.
That was a beautiful, quick run out there from Billy. It's cool seeing the newer generation style of play versus.
Well, it's cool seeing a higher. And I don't want to call Billy. Well, no, I will call him. It's cool seeing a higher level of play at straight pool, playing it correctly.
Yeah.
You know, with confidence, with pace, with shot making, the breakouts, and textbook finishes to set up for the break. That's what's cool. And I hate to say that, that's not what we saw in the last match. forget about the last match, and we'll focus on this one.
And we saw Gabe Owen take down Bob Jewett. I think that was 125 to 50 on ball count.
And right here, we're about to be at 50 balls. No, it's going to be 40 something, right? He's run 24, so
39.
14 more will be 38. Numbers guy?
37.
24 and 14?
37. 23 and 14.
Oh, I forgot about the scratch. I'm going by his, but he'll have a 38 ball run.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, if he runs them out. Ben was penalizing me a scratch there. As high runs go, it still counts as it'll be a 38 ball run if he runs them all out. Although he's just created a little bit of congestion. Right by the, he's actually created a break shot too.
With that 13?
Yeah, by putting the 13 there. But it's going to get moved, so more than likely.
Does he pick this off and roll forward and then play the 5? Oh,
you roll forward 7. Too much for the 5.
I like this actually a little better. You can just stop it and then play the 14 across side. And then it frees up that 13.
And it frees it up nicely too, because he'll just stop it there for the 5.
Oh no. Well, maybe he wants the 5 for the break shot.
Apparently. He intentionally moved that ball.
Yeah, he did. So
he intentionally moved it.
He went straight for position on it too. That was what he wanted. Just wasn't what I had expected.
Well, we'll see what his plan is.
Billy's so far been pretty well in line. Hasn't gotten squirrely on anything yet.
No,
but
no,
he's also the type of player that if he does get a little bit long or a little bit out of line, he has that firepower that he can shoot himself right back into line.
Well, since moving that ball was intentional, I'm thinking he has a plan, and we're gonna get to see it develop. This is where it is. Is this 3 ball the break shot or is the 9 ball the break shot? If it's the 9, he needs to have the cue ball against the rail almost. If it's the 3, it's pretty far below. So
I think he'll try to get straight in on the 9, so he can play a stop shot and leave the angle needed for the 5 ball. Good angle to run right into that stack.
Hit the bottoms. 38 ball run. Score is now 37-4.
Billy looking great so far. Haven't seen much of Max yet.
I can see a lot of him. He's sitting down.
Yeah, I mean, we can physically see him, yes. Billy's done a good job so far of not really letting him to the table.
Well, actually,
two racks in a row he ran.
Gabe Owen had a 28 ball run, so he had the higher run for the day. Although I'm not sure what Shane and Mark Vidal, I think, are playing right now too.
Was that not a first-round match? I thought that was a first-round match. If it is, maybe they're still going. I'll check the bracket here.
But these gentlemen.
Oh, that was not a first-round match. They just started. Mark Vidal played David Zepp the first match.
So we don't know what the high run in that was.
Don't know what the high run was. I know the score was 125 to 11.
Oh, so there was a high run there. That's for darn sure. Speaking of high runs, if you just joined us, it was reported that John Schmidt was in the process of trying to beat Willie Mosconi's high run of 526 balls, and was currently at 620 and still going.
That is outstanding.
That was the last report. I don't know if by now if he's still going, or if he's being the Energizer Bunny, or if he's said, okay, that's enough. Hopefully we'll get some information that tells us what it ends up.
I'm doing a little digging over here on my end just to see if I can get a little intel on that as well.
Billy's doing some digging here. He wants to see what he's formulating a plan to attack this rack because he wants to continue. He gets these 14, we'll be looking at a 52 ball run. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Max is at the table. We missed in that little looking around the table. We missed what happened here.
All right, I'll go back to that a little bit later. Couldn't find too much as of yet. I would imagine he's probably still in the middle of that run.
Well, Max is in the middle of his.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully on the very, very, very low end of his.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see a high run out of Max, too.
We saw a decent run out of Billy.
I think Max recently, within the last month or two or three, got his new personal best high run in straight pool. 227 or something like that, I think was the count.
Is that what it was? Wow.
I know my high run is like 73 or 77. It's nothing really worth bragging about, but.
Ball or 9 ball?
I like the 9 ball on this shot.
Or does he shoot the 11 and open those 2 balls up?
I wouldn't be looking at anything but that 9 ball.
Yeah, well, normally most players will always usually shoot the closer ball. See, the pattern here is the 11 and then the 12. Unless he wants to move those balls. I don't know that he wants to move those balls, but
Trying to figure out what break shot I would opt for here. 12 ball.
15 ball is what I would opt for.
One of those 2 balls is going to need to be moved in order.
Oh, sure, he'll more than likely get straight in on this 11. And then shoot that and stop it for the 12. Or move one of the balls right here. Coming off the 13 ball. He gave himself too much of an angle, I think. But he's got his plan. He's already formulated his plan. Well, he moved the break shot I liked. But he still has the 12. Not much difference.
He's got to get on it, though. It's a little tricky from her. He's playing the 12.
He's going to go back and forth and get on the 13. Wow. That's because he moved the wrong ball and he didn't end up with a good shot on it.
Looks like he's got the right angle on this 13 to leave himself a good angle on the 15 ball, excuse me. He can come off the foot rail and into the bottom of the stack on his break shot. We haven't seen a break shot coming off the foot of the table yet.
So are we 15? 11-3 rack should be 15 to 40. Let's see what we come up with here.
I think you're spot on there, sir.
I hope so. You're the numbers guy.
Well, your numbers were the same as what I had in my head. We may not get the same verbal feedback that we were getting in the first match from the players who were pretty outspoken about the score, which kind of helped us out a little bit here.
Bob did a great job of keeping us abreast of the score. Yeah, it was awesome. And that's also an 11-ball run for Max. Hello, look at this 2-ball open up so nice for him. I wonder what 2-ball he'll be shooting. Or will he get a better angle? No, he's going with this. $10 or 5?
Yes. I'm thinking 5.
He strikes the ball nice.
Mm-hmm. He sure does.
Pause. Rock and fire.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he shoots the 6-ball after he shoots his next shot. I don't know why I just thought of that. Nope, the answer is no. Now, again, I would, after seeing his last break shot, and we're going to see that he's, I don't want to call him unorthodox, just a different break ball. There's so many break shots that guys like to use, different ones.
Mm-hmm.
You know, classically, of course, you like them on the side of the rack, but he just used one off the bottom rail.
It's worked out pretty well for him so far.
Sure. Broke him up nice. Yeah. And then, of course, he went into the stack again when he got on that deuce. And that opened him up real nice. Now he'll probably just float forward a little bit. See his cue ball movement's not that much. It's just minimal. This doesn't have to do too much with it.
We just received a message saying that Mr. John Schmidt finished with a 624.
4 more balls, huh? 624 balls.
That is
what a
incredible.
time to do it.
I wonder how long that took.
During the course of the U.S. Open straight pool, John breaks Willie Mosconi's record that was set in.
We'll find out.
What year? Of 526 balls. I mean, I remember being very young. Set 50 years ago. More than 50 years ago. Is held up probably 60.
That was done on March 19th and 20th, 1954.
Yeah, I was 2 years old.
My dad wasn't even a thought yet.
Don't you be calling me daddy.
5 years prior to my dad.
Max has made quick work of this.
Four by 8 Brunswick table with 4 1/4 inch corner pockets at the High Billiard Club.
They were 5 1/4. That's at 4 1/4?
No, it says 5 1/4.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say nothing.
Yeah, we're typically used to 4 1/4 or 4.5 here.
There's a
great run there from Mr. Eberle.
That gives him a 25-ball run.
That's at 40 to 29, right? I believe that's correct, 40 to 29. Quick little double check of the score. We are correct. So far, we've seen some high-quality one-pocket, or excuse me,
yes,
straight pool
straight
this match.
pool.
I'm getting a couple of days ahead of us.
Well, you see, you're going forward, and I went back when I said bank pool. Nice crowd of spectators.
Yep. Quite a few across the room here.
Yeah. They have bleachers, 2 sets of bleachers set up for the folks, and they're being utilized. And Max is utilizing his skills here as he continues his run. Adding to it a ball at a time.
You see a combo here? I don't know, maybe the 5-ball. No hesitation.
He was trying to make them both on the same shot. No, I'm just.
Followed up by another combo?
2 combos
Come on,
in
Max.
a row.
Give it to us. Might be onto a new game here. Combo pool. Remember playing Karen pool when I was younger?
Did you ever play Skittle pool?
No, never even heard of it.
You put little standing sticks, and if you hit it, it's a foul.
Oh, you put them on the
Put them on the table. Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't remember the rules or how it was played, but I remember playing it.
I played bumper pool for the first time a few months back. Last time I was back in Arizona. Never played that before. It was fun though.
A little too straight in on his 2-ball, but I'm sure he'll work with it.
Maybe he'll surprise us. I was gonna say maybe he'll shoot the 9 past the 10 and the side, knowing it's bigger.
He's got to get shape on the 4 sooner or later.
Yeah.
He's got to move that, so it was sooner than later. I wonder if I'm sure he's already selected his break shot.
I'm guessing 5 or 7.
Yeah.
Right-handed player would probably prefer the side of the table where the 5 is, just given the stretch.
Well, if he picks the 7, his key ball is the 1. If he picks the 5, his key ball is the 10.
Yep.
Well, the 1 ball is being moved now. No, it's not the 8 ball. So it's the 7, and the key ball is the 1. You'll shoot the 8, the 10, the 5, the 1, and the 7.
8, 10, 5, 1, 7. I think he's going 8, 1, 7, 10, 5.
Okay.
But he's rolling it forward. You're right. You are right, sir.
See if he gets straight in on this. Whoa, he went a little too far. But he should be okay. Back and forth.
Straight into the side. Very nicely done.
Dead stop.
Got 43-40.
39-ball run so far.
I wonder if Billy ordered lunch. We were talking about that earlier. Sometimes, especially at this level, there's often times where you might not see the table at all. You might not see the table for 30 minutes or an hour. You might have enough time to order lunch and wash your hands, use the restroom, come back, and still have time to watch.
Going to 125 balls, we could easily see the score. You know, have somebody sit down for the duration of a 125-ball run. Likelihood?
I don't really wish it on anybody, but I would love to see it. I'd hate to be the victim.
It could happen. It doesn't have to.
Uh-oh. So Max pocketed a ball, but also
Lost.
scratched.
Ball in hand.
How did he scratch? By firing into the rail? Into the stack?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, deflected and went right into the side pocket.
I think we had a discussion about that, Ben.
-1.
I thought we were talking about scratching in the lower corners.
No, just scratching, period.
Oh,
How when you fire into the rack, it can happen.
Yep.
So that was a 39-ball run. He scratched on the break shot, right?
He
So
did.
It's -1, so he's 42.
Oh, he pocketed that ball and then scratched.
Still. Okay. Oh, he pocketed the ball and then scratched afterwards?
In
or
the same
packed it
shot.
On the same shot. Okay,
Yes.
so his score goes to 42. And he's even on that. The ball, they didn't spot the ball, did they?
No.
The one he made, they should spot the ball.
I'm curious as to how the scoring works. Does he get that point and then
No,
it gets
no.
immediately taken away
No,
for the scratch?
no. The scratch comes off the total score. If you're keeping score by the rack, the scratch comes off the total score.
Okay, I was just told they did spot it.
Yeah, the 11-ball spotted.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you were asking me if they did.
Yeah,
My apologies.
I did ask you. And then I looked at the table and I gave myself the answer since you
There
didn't
we go.
answer me.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Yes, and again, that's the thing about straight pool that a lot of players don't like with the continued
Oh,
atten-
no.
why?
Unneeded.
The continued attention that it requires.
Oh, my.
3, 5, 10. So it'd be a 10-4 rack.
There's 11 out there.
-1.
He made one.
He made
There's 12
4
out there now.
Ball comes up.
There's 12 balls on the table.
But he can run 11 balls.
Correct.
So that means Billy gets 3 to his credit for this rack. Before scratching, he pocketed 3 balls. 3 balls.
3. Yeah.
It's funny, I was expecting to see take ball in hand down by the stack. I forgot that in straight pool, it's behind the head string.
I think all 3 of these U.S. Opens, a scratch results in cue ball behind the head string. Bank pull, straight pull, and 1 pocket.
Could you imagine 1 pocket with ball in hand anywhere on the table?
Oh, no.
That'd be brutal. That's a way to get a handicap. If you scratch, I get ball in hand anywhere on the table. That'd be a strong game.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. Sorry, I'm just kind of weighing things in my head, trying to
Think
you're
how
right.
that would work
Yeah,
out?
yeah. Trying to figure out how much of an advantage or disadvantage would that really be? How often does a scratch really happen?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's actually when I said that, I thought to myself, yeah, but they got to have to be a really weak player for the strong player to give that up.
Yeah.
So he's probably not going to take it because he's not going to be scratching very often.
No, you don't see too many cue balls drop in one pocket.
But we're in trouble here. His run has come to an end. He ran 5-8.
He calls it and kicks the 3, and I'm leaving.
He ran 3 balls. So they're going 3 balls at a time this rack?
Yep.
It's going to come right back into the stack, right up against him. That's an intentional. He didn't hit that ball, did he?
The 3 ball on the way out?
Yes.
No, I don't believe so. I think he just took the
intentional
foul.
scratching.
Yeah. And he's over there marking something on the paper, too.
So we'll take that down to 41. Eberle is at 41 now. With 3 balls to his credit for this rack. Oh, I think you're keeping full score, so he would be at 44. Perfect.
Tight match here so far.
This gets touchy. He's calling the 10 ball in the corner pocket.
Wow. Maybe it's a 2-way. Plays it safe in the same shot.
Oh, 10 ball in the side pocket, excuse me.
I don't know about that shot, George.
So we're at 43. He didn't make a ball there. Max's safety was effective. It was worth taking the foul.
Yep.
Max Eberle trying to figure out what he wants to do. Do I want to shoot that 6 ball straight down the table? Do I want to shoot the 1 ball on the side? The 1 ball yields a lot, but if you miss it, it gives up a lot. But I guess he says, I'm a pro. I'm not going to miss that side pocket shot.
Missing was not an option for him there.
That's right. Bouncer.
Well, he did good to break those out, but he didn't give himself a whole lot with the cue ball.
He'd like to be off that rail, up a little higher, so he'd have a nice shot on the 3 ball.
Yeah, he's either back cutting this 3 or, yeah, I think that's what he just said was 3.
He's going to hit the 11, and where's the cue ball going? Doesn't matter. Oh, yes, it does.
Wow. So we've seen a little bit of
Yeah, you turn that cue ball loose.
squirreliness this rack.
Stuff happens. Stuff happens.
So I'd be spotting that ball, I believe.
Now I'm all confused on the score.
So the 10 ball is obviously passed.
So 43. If he finishes this out, he'll have. He has 3 balls this rack, so it's 3-9-5 rack.
Billy clarifying that this 10 ball is past the head string with Max before he shoots it. Smart. Smart of him to do that.
But we'll have a fun time figuring out the score here.
Yeah, I kind of struggled to keep up with it I'm not going to say anything and be way off with my numbers.
It's a 9-5 bracket score at the end. If he runs out, the score should be 49 to 46.
Where's he going to play this 3?
It goes to both pockets, I think. If it doesn't, he's going to be forced to play the 7. Yeah, it goes to both pockets.
Shot. Nice
Does that
angle.
answer your question?
Yes, sir. Left himself a great angle.
We wait for the players to answer our questions.
See if Max announces the score. Oh, Vincent's over there checking as well.
49-46 is what I think it should be. And we're going to find out what it is be. Oh, because Billy scratched. Yes.
We forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
We saw 2 or 3 scratches that rack.
Yes, we did.
Scratch on the break. Scratch a little bit later in the rack again from Max.
I didn't take that off. I didn't take that off.
We've got quite a crowd gathering here. See more and more people coming through the door, showing their appreciation for these world-class players.
I'm surprised that the straight pool has drawn more of a crowd than the bank pool. Because we've got a very healthy crowd.
Yeah, everyone taking advantage of the holiday.
Yeah, that's right. That's why.
Yesterday might have been barbecues or lake day with the family.
Church day.
Today's your weekday.
It's a weekday.
Holiday.
It's the Memorial Day. Veterans, thank you for your service. Good time to reflect.
Yeah, I always spend the majority of this day each year thinking about my grandparents, my grandfathers.
Don't go in, 5-ball.
Both of them served in wars.
Did they?
Yeah, my late grandfather, one who's still around, but my late grandfather was in World War II.
I had several uncles.
I believe my other grandfather, who's still with us, was in the Korean War.
Yeah, my uncles were Bushmasters in the Korean War.
One was Army, one was Air Force. Yeah, I certainly like to reflect a little bit. Show appreciation to our veterans.
He's got 6 balls pocketed so far. I don't know why
he got on the 1.
Trying to get into those balls. Yeah,
or 12 if he wants to run up and mess with the 10 and the 3. He could play the 12 right now and take the cue ball naturally up into those two.
Yeah,
I kind of like that shot.
I played the 6 before I played the 12. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Way down there on the bottom? Yeah, I'd play the 6 first.
Yeah.
Get on the 1, then get on the 14, then get on the 12. Kind of iron.
So you want to leave the 3 and the 10 till toward the end?
Sure, I can get up there real easy off the 2.
Yeah.
I get everything I want. I don't want a hard shot. I don't want a shot. I don't want a shot to where my cue ball is going to run around. And he's gotten 2 straight here. He's not happy with being 2 straight. He'd rather play the 3 ball to the side straight up.
I didn't see that.
That's confidence in your shot making abilities. And that's one thing Billy has no lack of.
Nope. No lack of confidence, no fear.
No stutter in his stroke.
He got good enough early on in life that he doesn't know what fear is yet.
Oh.
Which isn't true. We know that. But he hasn't, I don't know. I think you know what I'm trying to say.
I know what you're saying. Not seasoned enough to know fear? Now he is.
Yeah.
He's actually seasoned at a very, very young age. He's a very seasoned player.
That's a better way to word it. Seasoned.
I think he's thinking about leaving that 14 for a break shot.
I don't like that.
Just the fact that he's looking at the 10 ball tells me that.
I think I'd leave the 12 before I leave the 14.
Yeah, that just blew my theory right out of the water. You got torpedoed.
Torpedoed right out of the water.
I guess he's going to shoot the same type of shot Max Eberle shot on the break shot. Remember that one off the bottom of the rail?
Yep. Max ran that rack, too.
Mm-hmm. Just follow this, get past, get out of the rack.
Yes, they just passed the rack line.
Yeah, or he can cue, and he'll be onto his 14-ball run. That was a 14-ball run. Yes.
So we should have 62 to 46.
Well, he ran some balls in the previous rack. I forgot how many it was. I think it was 6, 5 or 6.
I think it was the last 6, but he had a 1-ball penalty. So we only counted 5. But I think you're right. I think it was 6. So we should be on a 20-ball run right now.
Yeah. Is it 2-ball dead? If it is, it's awfully fortunate for him.
He's looking at it.
Yeah.
I think he might be onto something. Oh, he loves it. He's trying to figure it out. That's going to be what he shoots. I wonder if Max or somebody will call a ref over.
Oh, no, he's not going to shoot. He's going to shoot away from it. He's going to shoot over towards the side pocket. There you go.
Nice shot.
Back into the stack here. That I didn't really care for. Now he's forced to bank the 14 ball or play safe. Well, as Billy proceeds on this 20-plus rack run, I was just told that John Schmidt actually ended up at 626, 100 balls over Willie Mosconi's the record that was made in 1954.
Wow.
Oh, and Billy just let go of that. Ended up with 4, 5, 7, 8. So he ran 6 balls, actually 5 balls. A 25-ball run.
That's what happened, right?
He ran 25 balls.
I'm gonna let you keep
But got credit for 24, actually 23, because he had a scratch to begin with that he had to pay, and he's got a scratch. He started with a scratch. After he started his run after a scratch, and ended his run with a scratch. Meanwhile, back to John Schmidt.
Yeah, somebody.
Where is he?
That's what I'm trying to figure out now. Somebody did text me and say that it was 624. I'm getting a couple of follow-up messages now saying it was 626.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he beats it by 100.
1954, so 65 years later. Yeah, because I was 2 years old. That makes all sense in the world. And here I always thought it was going to be me that was going to break that record. But I never tried it. And I don't have the skills.
I see a picture of John Schmidt during his run out. I don't know what kind of table that is.
They're trying to figure out what's going on down here with the score, I guess. Or did Max actually left the room? Good time to hear from our sponsors. Sponsors in this 2019 U.S. Open Straight Pool are Cyclop, JB Cases, Simonis Cloth, Predator, Discount Custom Apparel. We have a 12-man field for the U.S. Open.
And still adding 10,000 to that payout.
This is actually Max Eberle's second match, as he won a forfeit match over Corey Deuel. Corey Deuel entered the tournament, said, I can't make it, so forfeit me out of the first round.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll see him here tomorrow. He's on the backside. He's technically still in the tournament. That backside match won't get played till noon at the earliest tomorrow. It won't be played today.
Oh, he'll be here. He said he'd be here for the second round. So
perfect. Yeah, he got second place at Buffalo's in the one pocket tournament to Alex Pagulian.
Actually, and he lost his first match. Battled his way through the whole tournament to get to the final.
That's right.
Congratulations, Corey. That's hard to do, especially in that field.
Yeah, that was an incredible field. I saw some of the numbers on the payouts. My gosh. That was a nice payday for those involved.
This will give us a good time to cover some of the upcoming matches. Not matches, but
upcoming events.
Upcoming events.
July 17th to the 27th, we've got the USA Pool League and the BCA Pool League National and World Championships at the Rio Hotel and Casino.
And there they've built a nice arena called the Predator Arena. And in that arena, we will see the Diamond Las Vegas 9-Ball Open. $25,000 added tournament with a 128-player limit.
We got another tournament in that same arena.
Yeah. I wonder who it's by. Is it Predator and CueSports International combined?
I think so, sir.
The Predator World 10-Ball Championships, $100,000 added tournament.
That's a few bucks.
Or two. That'll take care of some, that'll buy some potatoes.
Yeah, as Mitchell would say.
July 22nd to the 26th. That's an invitational. Top players, 64 top players will be invited to that.
32 of them are getting paid.
August 8th through the 10th, U.S. Open 10-Ball Championships.
Right
here at Griff's. And then?
I was going to say right here at Griff's.
Yeah, and that's what I said. And then? So I'll let you keep talking. I don't want to do all the talking.
You said the 8 ball and 10 ball, right?
Right after the 10 ball, we have the.
Oh, we've got the 8 ball.
There we go.
I thought you said 8 and 10. I'm sorry.
And where?
That'll be here at Griff's.
Awesome.
$10,000 added to each one of those U.S. Open events as well. Check out playcsipool.com/events to sign up for that, or to check our roster of all upcoming events on the calendar.
Yeah, they're all there under events.
They sure are.
The bracket, if you guys at home want to find the bracket for this tournament, it is on ctsondemand.com. And you'll find straight pool on there. Should be the first event on the top when you open that site. And there's the bracket. Meanwhile, Max is busy pocketing balls with a score of 66 to 46. He's got some distance he doesn't really care for. Does he shoot the 7 or does he shoot the combo? And he's looking at the combo now.
He's going to have to address that 11 and 5 too at some point.
Oh, well, he wants to just come up on the left side of the table.
Yeah. I was going to say, he might do it on that shot.
Combo.
Oh, we got another combo.
Yeah. No, he's got the 8 ball.
I was looking at the 1-6. That's probably going to have to be comboed
Shot
at some
anyway,
point. Or
yeah.
we got Billy Banks, Billy Thorpe at the table. He could just fire the bank on the 1 at some point later in the rack if he wanted to, into the side.
Benny, if you were faced with a bank shot on the 1 or that 1-6 combo, what would you choose?
I'd play the combination.
Okay.
But with somebody who banks as well as Billy, he might be more confident in the bank shot. I feel like if he was going to combo it, he would have done it
right from there?
Right from where it was, yeah. So he's opted to
another option.
Play a very smart option and break it up and eliminate the combo.
Get rid of it altogether. And guess what? It takes him to the promised land.
It's almost like he knew what he was doing there, George.
11, yeah. Well, he got fortunate to cut the little corner and gave him that shot. They could have easily rolled just past it and not had the shot.
I mean, things a little trickier.
Making sure he didn't get straight in. This is interesting to see this layout of this table here. The 7 on the side, the 6 on the other. And which one will he take for a break shot? The 3 on the bottom? He's playing the 7 now.
See, I don't like that as a break shot with it being that close to the rack. Underneath it. If it was on the side of it, I like it. But underneath it, I feel like the room for position, the room for error on position is almost non-existent.
He's missed this ball.
He said skid it. Whether it did or not, I didn't see it. But if he said it,
it looked like he just undercut it. He hit it fat. Looked like he hit it fat. I couldn't really tell, but.
Our 4 p.m. match, and I will double check this again in a moment, but I believe we were going to have local silent assassin Ian Costello versus the warrior Warren Kiamko.
So he gets so Billy ran 8 balls, so it'd be a 12-2 rack. No, because Max had 3, so it'll be a 5-9-5 rack. So it'll be 71. Correct. To 51. Now I was going to say he's got to see where he's at. He's got to be careful. He doesn't want to leave himself on the rail, but he doesn't want to come off the rail too much either.
You don't even want to know what I'd do here. He's doing it. I'd play the 5-7 and leave the 5 in the jaws, is what I was going to say.
He's not doing it.
Oh, I thought I saw him. I thought I saw him. I thought I saw him even at the 5.
See, now you're doing it. That's the 3 ball.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. That's what I'm
From one
telling
angle,
you.
from one angle it looks.
From different angles, it looks orange on the screen. And if the number's not up, we have a hard time telling the difference. I have to look at the table, which is 40 feet away. 45 feet away. It's almost like running to first base. That's 60 feet. So no, it's 40 feet. It's a softball base away. And he's going to skim the top of this one. When he shoots this, he wants to hit that 14 ball on the corner of the rack full. But it looks like it might graze the right side of it, and his cue ball head up. He'll figure it out.
These viewers are going to hear my commentary and my thoughts on what I would shoot, and they're just going to eat me up.
You would have laid it in the table, got an angle to come off the bottom and hit the rack. That's wild. That is, it's wild. It's a wild cue ball.
I'm wild, buddy. I'm wild.
See, it did. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's still tough. The only shot he has is the 11 ball. Unless he wants to bank. No, it's the only shot he has. He's going to go straight up and come right back into the stack or play shape on the 6.
He was trying to make the 6 in the same shot.
He was trying to come in right by the 9 ball on your screen right now, right by the 9 ball into that little opening. That would have just split up real nice, and he would have been guaranteed a shot. Oh, he came out with a shot. He's actually fortunate to get a shot that easy. Oh, it's not that easy. Thank you for that angle.
Can he twist it past the 8?
I think he's not.
He's looking at the combo.
He's not comfortable with it. It doesn't look like it goes past the 8. He's going to have to go with the 1. He's coming back. I guess it does go past the 8. Guess it doesn't go past the 8. Yeah, it looks tight from that camera angle. From this camera angle, it doesn't look like it goes at all. I think I would have to shoot this. But see, shooting the 1 gets you nothing. A bank shot on the 6.
A scratch in the corner if you're not careful.
Nothing on the 6.
7 ball. 7 balls stun over into that 13. Or 11, whatever it is.
Yep. He's playing the 7.
Something just happened with
Mark Vidal and
SVB and Mark Vidal.
Van Boning.
Just got kind of loud in here.
That match just finished. We heard some rumblings throughout the course of this tournament from that area, and we just heard a grateful round of applause.
Shane is nothing but smiles, and he's chit-chatting with Mark Vidal, which makes me think Shane won.
If Shane's smiling, he won.
Yeah, he's usually not as social and happy if he doesn't get that W. Just completely understandable. I think we're all in that same boat.
I was going to say, is anyone? I want to chit-chat after losing. Sure. Look at this window. Look at this window he plays here. Right? Just went up too far. Hello, 6 ball. Now, even he has a shot here. I don't know if he has a shot on the 13.
Okay, stun. Oh, from here, I don't believe so.
No.
He could play the 6 and stun over to the left side of the 4 and the 10.
He played 2 combos in a row. Would he play another?
He did it earlier.
Yeah, earlier.
Back-to-back combinations.
Back-to-back combos, but not that time. He's going to come up for the 11 ball now. Someone just burnt a tortilla.
That was pretty random. He's going to come over for that 11. Someone burnt a tortilla. Oh, gosh. We are having fun here, folks.
Can you smell it? In the kitchen?
I smell something cooked, possibly overcooked. I couldn't tell you that it was a tortilla. I'm pretty good at identifying burnt bacon and burnt popcorn. That's about it.
Well, 9 ball, and you have shape on the 5. You want to just pocket this and just move the 4. Get out of there, 4 ball.
Yeah, 4 ball might be the break ball now.
Yes, or the 10.
I think you will dispatch of that 10, free up that pocket for the Thorpe. One of those 2 balls. He's either going to have to play the 10 to the lower left and leave the 4, or play the 4 to the side pocket and leave the 10.
Someone's taking a picture of Shane Van Boning, and someone's standing next to him. And I'm over here on the side, just to the side of the picture. I could photobomb him so easy.
I'm hiding out behind our commentary booth wall.
Yeah. He is playing the 10 ball.
We got a line of people waiting to take a picture with Shane. Oh, here comes the 3rd person.
I'm kind of distracted by that because I do want to photobomb him so bad and just laugh about it. I couldn't keep a straight face though. And 8 ball and playing for the middle of the table with the cue ball. There's a little bit of right English. Just a smidge. Don't hit the 4.
Nice angle.
And I believe that's a 14 ball run for Max Eberle.
I think so. Puts it at 65 to 71.
No, that's going to put it at 85 to 51 to 65. Oh, I'm sorry. I got that wrong. I added the score to, thank you, Tim. Tim's smiling and laughing at me. I added the score to the Billies. Actually, he's kind of unfortunate. The only shot he has is the 5 up table. Unless he wants the 3 ball combo. We haven't seen that from him yet.
No, we haven't.
So he's got a 15 ball run so far. And now this 5 ball.
Nice shot.
He could be unfortunate. He is unfortunate here. Wow, he doesn't have a shot on the 2.
I think he's got the 9 ball, I believe.
It looks like he does. Looks like he has just enough on the top of it there to pocket the ball.
He's cueing low. Yeah, I thought he might be playing the 12 next. Is
he going to play the break shot?
The 14?
I don't think so.
I wouldn't.
Could.
I'd play the 13
and then play that?
I'd be leaving the 14 till the last ball.
I think you use the 2 ball to open up that little, those 4 balls there on the left of the spot. Says, I'm going to head up table and take care of business up here. Then I'll come down and deal with this rubbish.
Yeah, there's so many different ways to play this game.
Yes.
It's one of the beauties of it.
But you do play it in sections.
Poor Shane. He's just being bombarded right now.
He came after.
Ooh.
Oh, that's. Thank you, 2-ball, for
Yeah.
making life easier.
2-ball gave him a little extra light. I like clearing out of there and coming back up toward like center table. Unless the 1 passes, I don't care for that shot. I like getting above the 10 and playing that 15 completely clean. Now, if the 1 passes or if the cue clears, okay, the 1 does appear to pass. So that's.
Oh, he's playing the 1.
Yeah. In that case, I don't disagree with that shot. I didn't, from my vantage point, it didn't look like the 1 passed, and I would have rather just.
See, he can develop the 10-ball pretty nice for a break shot. There it is, see? Just kind of push it up, nudge it up a little bit, put it in a nice location.
I think
he's looking at both.
I think as a right-handed player, I'm going to favor the right-hand side of the table as we're viewing it now. The 14 is going to allow me to stretch comfortably across table to cue for that ball.
And I think Max agrees with you.
Yeah. Now, if I was left-handed, you know, if I was Mitchell or, you know, John Mora, I'd be possibly be playing position for that 10-ball.
You left out a good left-handed player.
Oh,
a decent left-handed player.
Mr. George Teochea.
No, I was thinking of Scott Frost.
Well, yeah, I mean, the list goes on and on. We could have thrown a bunch of lefties out there. I was just sticking to this tournament.
Out it comes.
Ooh, that was pretty.
Either one. Either ball can be played. They're both good break shots, and both balls get you to where you need to go.
Did he get there?
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. And that's a 28-ball run now. And he's at, 79.
I think we are going into rack number 12.
His run started with 51. Max Eberle, view of his fundamentals. Hello, 1-ball, help me.
Yep, needs a little help here.
Straight in the corner. That's all he's got.
So Max 45 balls away.
What's Billy doing over there?
He's yawning.
Yawning?
You know, if I had been sat down for 2.5, 3 racks, I probably would be over there a little.
He's been sitting for 2.
A little yawning myself.
Which isn't very many in straight pool.
No.
Max doing his little stutter pre-shot routine with his feet.
I'd be interested in taking like an hour lesson with Max just to gain a little perspective. It might not change anything with the way I play, but I'd like to understand him a little more. And that goes for any player for the most part. I like the mental thinking aspect of it, and if I can get inside someone's head and figure out how they figure things out or how they address things, I feel like it's only going to help me.
It's funny while you were saying that, I was thinking I was wondering if he was going to come into the stack with that ball, because it didn't look like a very good idea. But apparently he has a shot here, which makes it a very good idea. No, he doesn't. He's changed his mind. He might come back, but.
So what does John Schmidt do from here? Does he go for 800?
If I look at this ball that's right next to the cue ball for the upper right-hand corner.
I think you misunderstood me.
Oh, Does he go for 800? I got you.
I was asking, what does John Schmidt do from
After
here,
doing
meaning
this.
after his accomplishment from today?
Well, what do you do when you usually accomplish a goal?
Set another one.
There you go.
626 straight balls.
That ended up with a 5, 8, 10. So you got 4. 32 ball runs, what that was.
There's 11 on the table.
Mm-hmm.
10.
No,
there's 10 now.
There's 10 now.
Yeah, Billy pocketed one.
31 ball run?
Yeah, I think we were off by one.
Yeah.
I think we gave him one too many.
So he's made 2. It's 9. It's 10, 4. No, it is a 32 ball run. This will be a 10-4 rack. Placing really at he's made 2 so far. Okay. Mm-hmm.
32.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you walk over here from the Rio today again, George?
I did not.
No?
I took a ride this morning.
I bet you were awake when I went to bed.
I actually woke up early. I was awake before 6 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. I didn't go to bed till about 8:30 this morning. I got about 2.5 hours of sleep and got over here.
It's okay. I went back to bed, though.
Did you?
Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, he got on the 3.
Lovely.
Okay. He just went across it. Just enough.
It's a pretty good looking break shot, too, but unfortunately, I think he's going to have to shoot it right now.
I come over and shoot the 5 ball next. Just roll it. You shoot the 10 ball next.
You shoot the 10 next?
Yeah, if he just rolls the cue ball.
You don't leave the... What are you breaking out with, then?
The 10. You're going to have to readdress. It's not... You shot the 10. Okay, so he's going to use the 5 to break out. Good points. Yeah, I was just thinking continuing the run. I forgot about a break shot.
You just wanted to run the table out.
Pretty much, it was to the side pocket, so you know how I feel about side pockets. The easier the shot to the side pocket, the happier I am with it.
This one's pretty easy here.
Yeah.
Just kind of bunt that ball in.
Stop it. Shoot the 15 and then the deuce. Just come over, shoot the 2 ball to the opposite side pocket. Or you might just draw back. We'll see what he does, how he handles it. I would just stun forward and shoot the... No, he came back with it. Okay. Now he's got a little bit of an angle, so it makes it tough.
Just a tiny bit, yeah. Made it just
That's
a
why
little bit funny.
I prefer to go to the left side of the 2 and shoot it to the opposite side pocket because you had more room for stuff. And he would have just followed the ball and been in the same spot.
Look what he's about to do. He's going to leave the 2 for the break shot because he got a little funny on it. So now he's going to have to make sure he gets above it. Not too far. That's pretty good.
Still pretty good?
Yeah. No, I mean, it's a little more angle than he probably would have wanted, but it's...
I don't think he'll shoot it to the side now.
What?
I don't think he'll shoot it to the side now. That's a 10-ball run. So we're at 81.
83. We got a tight match here.
83.
And we are going into rack 13 right here, I believe. Yep. Now, if he doesn't play this into the side like I think he will, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking safety up on top of the table, head rail. Remember I called that earlier in the other
they
match?
did.
And you know he didn't. He didn't play it. He went for the
Oh, I
shot.
thought you were talking about
sold
the
out.
the shot where Bob Jewett intentionally
Fouled.
Yeah.
He went for and executed the cut shot.
Very nicely.
Broke him up.
It's funny how they spread out and then they kind of come back together.
There's a difference between a player that plays with a lot of confidence and one that doesn't. He's looking at extending that 10-ball run instead of a safety.
Yeah, he's trailing by 1 ball at the moment. Score is reflecting 2 on the screen. He's already pocketed 1 in this run out.
No, he had 81 to start this rack.
Yeah, and he's pocketed 2 now in this rack, so we're tied up on actual count at the moment at 83 apiece.
Little back and forth. Hello, 8-ball. Up for the 10-14, you think?
I think that's a forced angle.
He came down for the
He was coming away from the 10 and the 14. I think he would have had to force something. It was not the wrong shot, I don't think, to go up for the 10 or the 16. I think it was just natural and much easier to come down here. He could probably use the 10 or the 14 as a key ball to get on his break shot if he opts to. I like the 3 ball for my break shot right here. Or the 5, whatever that is, 3 ball.
It is the 3. I have to look at the table for that.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the 3 is the red 3. These are, with the exception of the 6 and the 7, it's regular colors. And just the lighting seems to make it look orange.
Could be a setting as well that could be slightly adjusted possibly.
Yeah, look how red it looks.
Yeah, it's very, very vibrant there.
Yeah. How red it looks there.
This angle allows a little more light in, I believe, given that the camera is up near the lights. So possible setting adjustment, I don't know. Either way, we are treated.
To some fine pool as Billy Thorpe continues his run. He started the run at 71.
So I believe that 3 ball will be his break shot we were talking about a moment ago. He's got a lot of options here for these last 3. I don't think there's a right or wrong order. It's all a matter of preference right here. Just going to be a little bit of back and forth playing with the side pockets.
Just going to iron the table.
Yeah.
He can go up and down. Don't come down too far. I don't think it'll matter because you can run around. But here's where things get tricky. Now you got to run your ball around. Is he going to go 3 rails?
Yes, he did. Came up a little short on his angle there of what he wanted, I believe. It's going to set him up 95 to 83. So Billy 130 points away from tasting victory.
He's smacking these balls.
He is. Max is just sitting there cool, calm, and collected, waiting for his opportunity. He's been here many times on both ends of this. That's 2 balls for Billy on the break shot.
With position for, he has options.
He does.
7 to 10. He'd like to be in a better place for the 10 ball, so he's going to shoot the 7 ball and maybe get to where he wants to be for the 10 ball to open up the stack.
He changed his mind.
No.
Went back to it. I think he's got a good angle to drift over for this 2.
But straight in on the 2.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would have liked to
8 ball.
leave myself on the rail
8 ball.
and
Just open it up with the 8 ball.
track away into the rack.
See if he follows it a hair.
Oh, he's going to use the 8
Yeah.
to break out. That's good. See, the shots I'm thinking are just way tougher than they need to be. They're creating these angles that are eliminating the crazy shots that I'm coming up with in my head. I don't know why I like to complicate things.
Because you haven't learned the kiss routine.
Billy is playing with a lot of confidence right now.
A straight pull can be played that way because you're leaving yourself shots. You don't miss, 2 out of 100.
To me, straight pull is similar in some aspects to 8 ball, in the sense that you have options. If you play position on one ball, like, let's say your stripes, and you're playing position on a specific stripe, but you've got 4 or 5 other stripes out there. If you overshoot or undershoot that position slightly, you've got other balls to, insurance balls, if you will, or other balls to kind of bail you out if you miss your position. Straight pull is kind of the same way. You've got plenty of options and not a specific pattern that you have to shoot in.
Well, you have plenty of options. I'll agree with that, but you do, and it's pattern.
By pattern, I mean you don't have to shoot a specific ball order, like
Change it.
numerically,
Correct.
or stripe solid.
Perfect. Good explanation.
Looks as though the
Yeah, you have a pattern. If you get out of it, you have options to start a new one. You're not stuck with, I have to play safe because it's the only ball I can play safe on.
me personally, I think this is a shot maker's game.
See, me, not at all.
No?
Here's where your position is such that you never shoot a hard shot. It's not how many hard shots you can make, but it's how many easy shots you can make in a row.
True. But when you get in that tough spot, the ability to shoot out of it
Helps.
helps, for sure.
That's where the option of safety comes into play.
No, that's never an option to me. Safe is an evil 4-letter word.
You'll come around to it. You'll come around to it. I used to be that way. I used to hate the play safe. Despised it.
I must say I'm very impressed with Billy. That pep talk with Shane beforehand must have set him where he needed to be. So with this 11 ball, we have a 109 to 83 scoreline.
And he's on a 38-ball run. 16 balls.
Yep.
So this
Good
won't
news.
be the last rack.
Yes, the good news for Max is even if he does run this, it's not over yet.
Yeah, he's still got to get into it. And I guess that's the exciting thing about straight pool is that he still needs to run this rack and open up the next one. And, you know, opening up racks is where the errors can come in.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of scratches on break shots so far.
And knowing that you can run 100, well, actually Max doesn't have to run 125, he needs to run 42. And
Billy
he just, see what I mean?
Left himself
so he
extremely
made one.
tricky.
And he's got to look for a save here.
Billy's got that smirk, that damn it smirk.
Does that ball go by does the 9 ball go by? He's going for the 5. Key shot. Big
Gotta be careful not to touch the 9 ball with his cue stick. Handles
Big
that
shot.
very
Big
nicely.
Shot. What did you say about shot making?
Yeah, it's a shot
What
maker's
was your
game.
comment about shot making?
See? Thank you, Billy, for
making my point.
For making me look like I know what I'm talking about. I don't.
You're doing great. I've actually had a good time commentating with you and Mitch.
Yeah, it's been fun. Mitch and I haven't been in the box yet together. Wonder if that'll happen at some point over the next 6 days or so.
Of course. I might not wake up.
I like it when the cue ball does what it did right there. Puts
It's
so
pretty,
so much spin on it, it just bullies its way.
It's funny.
Pushes and pushes.
Playing straight pool, actually, and playing one box sometimes. You'll get a little bit of an angle shot like this 2 ball, a little bit further in, and you'll jack up on it and jump it in the middle of the stack and just spread all the balls.
Oh, jump the ball into it, yeah.
Jump the ball in. That's pretty shot.
Yeah.
It's funny because you like shooting it because it's very. It just feels good to execute it, but it's easy to miss.
And it looks good too when it goes.
It does. It does look good. He needs all of these and 6, and I'm sorry, and 2 more. And he's going in. Is he going in the stack here? No, because he's going to go into the 8 if he does that. He has to avoid the 8.
Could he play the 4 and draw? Well, no, that would be kind of foolish.
That's what I'm saying. He could draw it into the stack, but it looks like he catches part of the 8, so he's not sure where it's going.
If he was left-handed, he. Oh.
Hello. So that spots.
There'll be 9 on the table.
You got 6. So this is 5. This is 6. You got 6. So that was a 38, 44 ball run.
So Max, after being cool, calm, and collected on the sidelines, gets that opportunity he was patiently waiting for. He's certainly got to make something happen. Billy Thorpe is 10 balls away from knocking Max over to the B side. Max, like you said, 42 points.
Needs a 42 ball run. He's got 83.
So just shy of 3 racks. Well, it would be, yeah, 3 racks. 3 racks, yeah.
3 full racks. Takes the dead one. He's got to get position here. He's got to go over here. Wow. 9 ball must go. gun. Options. Not many options, actually. He just has the 13 or the 13. Unless he chooses to shoot the 6-1 combo, which I doubt. Play the cue ball on the rail. Oh, he's going to push it. He's trying to develop a break shot. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was trying to develop a break shot, pushing the 1 ball into play. He can do it right here by playing the 7. Nice soft play the 7, just bump the 1 ball out. Hello, there it is, Max. Nope, didn't like it, huh? Yes, he does. Never mind. Just a little stunt shot. Just open up the 1 ball, maybe move it 4 inches, possibly 5. Now he's developed his break shot.
He sure has.
But is he forced to play the combo?
No, I think the 6 passes.
Does it?
Maybe not. It's close. If it does, it's got just enough.
Yeah, it was funny.
I think it
play
does.
The cue ball. I was thinking about that when he was shooting it.
I think
he's
it
got to
does.
make sure he falls forward.
Yeah.
He's cheating the pocket. Yeah, see how he cheated? He says no hill for a climber.
Yeah, this one is, I don't care for this too much.
He's coming back. No, he's going to stun
He
up.
could probably just cheat it. Again.
Yeah. He'll slide underneath. No, he's going to go right up above it. He might slide underneath it, just like that here. Or slide right by it, excuse me. Now he's got to get to the cue ball to the middle of the table. Just to slide over to the right where he's pointing. I like when players do that. It makes our job so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you at home, it also makes you follow along. In case you have us muted. They couldn't hear that, so. He's a little further away than I'd like to be.
How did we end up on?
That was an
count here?
8-6. That was an 8-6 rack, so that was, he got 8 there, so it's 91. So it's 115. 91 to 115. Big shot. Nice shot. Oh, look where this 5 ball goes to.
He got no reward.
No?
So do you get ultra aggressive here, or do you
Well, see what's funny here.
find a save?
What's funny here, Ben, is see the shot on the 13?
Do you see what he's pointing at?
Yeah.
Playing that off the 5, possibly? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
It's okay. No. He's looking at playing this 13 ball off the 5 in the side.
Ultra aggressive.
Well, he's way behind.
Mm-hmm.
He feels he's way behind. If he plays safe
And doesn't get there.
And doesn't, and Billy comes up with something.
Yeah.
So he feels he has to continue to go after something here. What I started to say was that shot that he has now, that 13 in the upper right-hand corner, it's a practice shot for me, but I put the cue ball about where the 9 ball is. And it's a back cut to that pocket. And I'll stroke that a couple of times, and if I execute it 2 or 3 times in a row, I feel good with it. I feel good with my stroke. And it's not a shot that you would shoot very often, because you would always pick to shoot it on the left-hand corner.
Correct, yeah.
But it's just so that I condition my eyes to see the ball better.
In case you come across a scenario where that pocket is blocked,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you're confident in shooting the opposite way.
And sometimes you want to get the cue ball to where, shooting the opposite corner is good for you. But That's what he's forced to do right here. When you're shooting it from this proximity, from this close to the ball, it changes your angle. It's just that much tougher. Max is in a dilemma. He says, "I'm on my way here, but I've got to find something I'm comfortable doing." And that 13 ball is uncomfortable.
Yeah. He was looking at it for the upper side as you're viewing the screen now, but
it ruins your blood pressure. Playing safe in the stack, right in there.
I don't know.
Does a 2-ball prevent him from cutting the 14?
I think he's got a free bank on the 14 if he wants to go that route too.
He might have a free shot on the 5.
Yeah, if it clears the 3, that's Max has got to be sick with himself. If it clears the 3, if it doesn't clear, yeah, Billy's got some more thinking to do. He's looking at the score sheet right now, I believe. He was looking at something on the table over there. Billy was. I think he wants to base his.
He's looking.
Oh, they're comparing the score on paper to the score we have on screen.
Oh, I made the break shot. Last rack. I didn't mark up the score because I was busy playing. And you got 6.
Vince.
And while they are figuring out the score, we'll take a moment to thank our sponsors one more time.
Awesome.
Diamond Billiard Products, Cyclop Hyperion Pool Balls, JB Cases, thank you John Barton, Predator Cues, check out predatorcues.com, the official cue and glove of CueSports International.
And chalk.
The official chalk is Kamui.
Did they change it?
I believe so.
I believe.
Maybe they're the tip.
No.
I don't know.
It's the tips.
I do know that Predator is the official cue and the official glove of CueSports International.
Okay.
They might still be chalk as well. I'm not sure. DCA Custom Apparel. Visit dcashirts.com for all your custom apparel needs. Simonis Cloth. And of course, our host venue, Griff's Billiards here in Las Vegas.
I wonder what ball he's going to bank. Actually, no, he'll probably cut it on the side and get shape on the come in 2 rails.
If he comes in between the 4 and 9, that would be a heck of a shot. No, he went outside it.
If it bounces up, he's not going to like it. Combo.
I don't know if that 4 passes based on the amount of time he's taken. He's just really trying to make sure he gets where he needs to be for his next shot.
Oh, he could see
Wow,
that
he
ball.
powered that.
I didn't know he could see that ball. I didn't know that ball would go by. That's why I said combo.
So as long as less than 5 balls are tied up, he should be good with this match. But we've seen some funny things. Oh no.
Acceleration.
Billy not happy with himself. I wouldn't be either. It's going to cost him a ball.
He's pocketed 4 balls. Score drops to 114. So he's got a total of 118. And Max is at 92. Through ball must go on the side.
Yep.
Before that scratch, Billy was 6 balls away, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
6 or 7. 6. Yeah.
Two balls, a nice break shot, so it's a 6 ball. But I believe they may get moved in the process of running these balls. If Max can get this rack, he's still going to need the next 2. He's still going to need to get into the next 2 racks. And didn't get by that one. Yeah, Bill, if you run out here, you'll get it.
6 balls.
You need 6 balls. Yep. See, that's one thing I don't do when I'm playing straight pool. I just start running balls.
Yeah.
I just say to myself, I need what's there, and I'll just start running balls.
Just assume you need every one of them.
Yeah. But I'll know if I need to get into the next rack or not. Let's put it that way. Deuce. I think that closes it out.
Max, I'm fucking lost, man. I'm sorry, man.
Sorry if we have a little funny language that slips through our microphones, folks. It's not us.
They probably can hear it at home anyway.
Not sure. If they can, I just want to kind of cool it over a little. That is it.
That's Billy Thorpe over Max Eberle. That's just a good match. I guess you could bet either side of it. But our next match will be at 4 o'clock.
That will be Warren Kiamko, Warrior, versus local player Ian Costello. That will be in about 5 minutes here on the same feature table. I'm Ben Sutherland, joined by
George Teachea.
Thank
See
you
you soon.